Well, we're joined now by Mr. Chiman Naji, who is a public affairs analyst and a legal practitioner. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you. Good morning, Josh.
Well, we just heard from the APC spokesperson just now saying, look, this matter, for them, dead and buried. Move on to other matters. They sorted the whole thing out. What do you think of the whole matter?
Well, let me start by saying that it was wrong to paint everybody who had any comment or disagreement with the party position on this issue with the same brush. That they are paid agents, or that they come to talk nonsense, or the kind of comment about SANS, the senior advocates that have come on. People are entitled to their opinions. And that's, as a lawyer himself, you're supposed to know that there are always two sides to the same issue. And I would not also want to be presented as somebody who took money from anybody, because everybody who knows me knows that I speak my mind. Sometimes, even if I'm not happy, I will do so with much respect. But even over lunch bought by you, I will tell you the truth. So, although I will not want to descend into the arena, because I will not be seen as scratching somebody's crocro when he has enough nails to do so. The two parties are strong enough to take care of themselves. But when it concerns the people of this country, there is need to enlighten them, because it is the lack of proper information and education on the issues of this politics that cause violence. Because if you are a part of a masquerade team, you have prepared the masquerade very well for a very good dance at the village square, and you did not know that there is a defect. You're expecting people to give you money at the arena. At the arena, if people don't do so, you will resort to violence, because you think that some other people have used African juju on you. And that is the mindset of Nigerians in politics. When they have a candidate whom they think is the best, they already believe, they begin to relive their dream. In fact, if you ever contested any position, if you said you want to contest for Senate, you are a senator. They will be calling you senator, because you have to perform as a senator, and that's the basis of which they extort money also from you. If you are running for governorship or presidency, you're already Your Excellency. And these things have a psychological way of putting you in the mood not to accept anything to the contrary, if you can afford to.
Even if it's
If you can afford to insist, there's nothing like that. Politics is a very emotive thing, especially in this country, because of the winner takes all, and because of the lucre of the office, and because of the mutuality, the mutual exclusivity of the contest. So, having laid that foundation, what does the law say? Because I do not agree that this certificate something is not an issue.
Why?
I do not agree. Because if the opposition has raised this, it is only natural that the party against which it has been raised just take care of it intelligently, without resorting to either argumentum ad hominem or any of those fallacies in argument. For the simple reason, there was a time some animals challenged the hen to urinate, because it had boasted that it will urinate on top of another animal's head. At the village square, it could not do so. And so it was presumed that hens will not be able to urinate, even if it did so later in the privacy of its room. That was the public presumption. Presentation of certificate is not even conclusive proof that you attended that certificate.
Why not?
No, I'm just making a general statement. It has nothing to do with this. It raises a rebuttable presumption in your favor that you are the owner and that you underwent. That is why Sometimes when you submit your certificates, they write the institution to confirm if indeed you were the one who underwent and who actually acquired this certificate. Because we know that some people who are even twins could be answering similar name or have bear some similarity in their appearance. Or somebody may have also stolen somebody's certificate. I'm saying it has nothing to do with this, but I'm painting a general picture. So it would have been better if this certificate had been presented ab initio. You understand? Then if anybody who raised the issue was not satisfied, he can now take the step further by going to the school.
Is there any requirement in the Electoral Act that certificates must be presented?
Now let us take let us even start from section 131 of the Constitution as amended.
Okay.
Which really sets the limit.
Yeah.
School leaving certificate or its equivalents, which include city and guide or grade 2 teacher certificate. I think section 317, now under the interpretation section, went further to say what the Constitution meant by school leaving certificate. It listed 1, secondary school leaving certificate, which in this client we call WASC. Of course, GCE, either O-level in Nigeria or the London O-level, as it were, in those days. It also includes anybody who has attended class 5 level but could not make that WASC. Some people call it G4. I don't know what they call it now. In our own days, they used to call it G4. Then there is another definition there. Primary school leaving certificate, which they call first school leaving certificate. But the caveat there is not that once you have attended primary school, you have first school leaving certificate, then you are home and dry. No.
It's equivalent.
There are some other additions. Go through that. Because when you have C, you have
it talks about service
Roman numeral I, I, and so on and so forth.
Service in the public
and it is not
sector.
or, it is conjunctive. Each one with and.
Wait, are you saying that interpretation at 318, where it talks about the school certificate, but it says or its equivalent means?
That one we have finished with that. Go to the interpretation. Yes. CI. C talks about
primary 6 school
leaving certificate.
Or its equivalent. And is that what you?
Yes, because the other ones 1, 2, 3, 4 must come together to support that primary 6.
Okay,
we have to clearly interpret this thing very clearly.
Service in the public or private sector.
Yes.
In the federation. In
read that C. Start from C.
Yeah, primary 6 school living certificate.
Yes.
Or its equivalent. And.
And means or its equivalent and. Like so, you had secondary school living certificate or its equivalent. If it added any other and, that means when you have attained that primary school certificate or its equivalent, you must also add to it these ones that we are listing out there.
Okay,
so
well.
Can we read out the 3?
Please
then?
do.
Service in the public or private sector and the federation in any capacity acceptable to the Independent National Electoral Commission.
After you have attended only primary school certificate, you must add that service.
Yes, for a minimum of 10 years and attendance at courses and training in such institutions.
In addition to that, you have to also have attended courses which were supposed to have broadened their perspective
in such institutions as may be acceptable to the Independent National Electoral Commission.
Very good.
For periods totaling up to a minimum of 1 year. And 3, the ability...
Not all, and again. It's just like using a needle to thread things together. You bring blue, you add it to red, and add it to yellow. And they must come together
the third one,
to support that first school living certificate.
The ability to read, write, understand, and communicate in the English language to the satisfaction of the Independent National Electoral Commission.
The framers of that section are very intelligent people. Because we know that there are schools in this country, in different locations, where they use vernacular to teach pupils. You understand? So,
Again,
to have added those caveats means that you must be able to play at the level. And we're talking about the presidency of this country.
I think she has one
Unfortunate
more.
as it
She
may
has one
be
more
that we
on
are
that.
restricting ourselves to secondary school level in this day and age. But that's where we are stuck.